Alright, I'm gonna show you a breathing sequence to open up the nadis, which is the channels that go around the sushumna, your spine, which is the central channel, central axis. There's the left nostril is Ida, the right nostril is Pingala, called the sun and the moon, the feminine, the masculine energy. To start off this practice, you do this for 3 minutes, which is in through the left. You can put your other hand in Gaya Mudra, which is the first fingertip to thumb, and you can breathe in through your left nose, and then bring your pinky over. Exhale through the right, then you breathe back into the right. Exhale out of the left, back into the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. And clear out my channels. Sorry for blowing my nose and clearing myself out, but that's what I'll do. So through the left, bring your pinky over, out the right, and through the right, out to the left. Do this for 3 minutes. Once you're done with that, you bring your hands to prayer pose. Thumbs are on your sternum, and then breath of fire, which I've shown before, which is like a dog, panting like a dog. Through the nostril, through the navel is the pumping. If you just concentrate on the exhale, the inhale will happen naturally. Alright, you do that for 3 minutes. The next is you actually do a Gaya Mudra after that. So you do the breath of fire here, and then Gaya Mudra. First fingertip to thumb. And it's just deep inhale breathing, exhale breathing, all through the nose. You do that for 3 minutes. Alright, then you're going to interlace your fingers and put them at your solar plexus. And you're actually going to inhale through your puckered lips, through your mouth, and then exhale through your nose. So it's do that for 3 minutes. Alright, the next one is 1.5 minutes. You're interlacing your hands here, and you're going to bring them up and down here. And this breathing is just, this is actually, let me check here, but it is breath of fire. So it's, you only do that for 1.5 minutes. Then you immediately go to, instead of the ego eradicator, you just hold your hands out like this. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see. So it's just like this. Once again, head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Always try to remember that. Breath of fire through the nose. For 1.5 minutes. Once you're done with that, bring your hands to point up here at the top. Inhale and hold. Hold for like 15 seconds. Exhale. If you want to in your exhale, pull back in. This is called Mulban. This is called root lock. When you pull in your navel, your sex organ, and your rectum, pulling in from the pelvic floor and holding in. And then when you release, as the air is out, suck back in, pull back in. If you do this correctly, you actually feel it up through your neck. And that's it. And then you can go into meditating. So this is the breath sequence. So I'm going to go through it one more time really quick here. So it's Gaya Mudra, first fingertip to thumb, through the left nostril, using your pinky out through the right. Now back through the right. Walking with your thumb. Exhale through the left. Back through the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale on the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Then it goes into prayer pose. Breath of fire. First one's 3 minutes, this one is 3 minutes. And the next one is 3 minutes, just deep breathing, Gaya Mudra. Just deep breathing. Head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Into the nose, out through the nose. Okay, that's for 3 minutes. Then it's the interlacing of the hands, putting it on your solar plexus. Through puckered lips. Out through the nose. Continue that for 3 minutes. Interlacing the hands. Hands are actually what they say for interlacing the hands. And so the hands start at interlacing at the sternum level. Move your hands from the sternum to your eye level. So the movement is here to here. So if I was wrong about that before, so I'm correcting it now. So the movement is here to here. And this is breath of fire again. And then immediately to this, hand in 60 degrees, hands open, 60 degrees, breath of fire, head over shoulders, shoulders to hips. And then when I'm done with this, I move to this. So those are both 1.5 minutes. This one's 1.5 minutes. This one's 1.5 minutes. Breath of fire. So breath of fire here, 1.5 minutes. Breath of fire here, 1.5 minutes. Then when you're finished, you bring your hands together here. Hold in, pull in root lock, pull in mole band. Sex organs, the rectum, the navel. Pulling in from the pelvic floor. Holding in, and then exhale. If you want to pull on the root lock again after that, you can. It's not a recommend. It's not saying it inside my training, but I do this all the time. Try to do it in between every exercise. I try to pull in mole band, pull in root lock, exhale, pull in again with air left, with air out. Exhale as much air as you can out. So sometimes I'll even force it out. Hold for 15 seconds each. You can hold it longer than that. And then release and then meditate. I do want to say that in between all this practice, once you get comfortable with them, I always close my eyes and always focus on the third eye, 1/8 above the eyebrow, 1/4 above the eyebrow, depending on who you actually hear. You'll get it comfortably yourself. I don't really need to tell you that, but it's your third eye. This is the breath sequence to open the nadis, which is to open the channels, the left and right of yourself, to balance them out. This is to balance your nadis out. So it's a great breath sequence. It's a great practice. I'm going to try to integrate this even in my own practice more often. I always like the breathing exercises because you're bringing in prana, exhaling apana. Inner energy, outer energy. Wholeness and balance, everybody. Hope you guys like these videos. I'm going to keep sharing. I'm going to post another video here about some of the other stuff that I do. These are just me sharing you what's been working for me. It keeps me balanced. It's really hard to keep yourself balanced in today's time because of all the outside distractions, people talking, people getting in your head. My always favorite phrase is, don't let people rent space in your mind. What I mean by that is that you hear something from them and then that thought process goes in your mind and then you're replaying that thought process over and over again. The idea is to let that thought process go and then bring in a new thought process. So it's not about controlling your mind, it's about letting your mind go through the thoughts, but then realizing that when you have those thoughts that you don't want, put a new thought in there. That's basically what you're going to end up doing. I've been sharing all this information. I'm hoping everybody enjoying this. I am sharing this for free. This stuff didn't cost me for free. I have had to pay for classes. I've had to pay for training. And I have many more trainings to go through, but this is my journey, and I have to share this because this is what's helped me. It has changed my life radically. Some might judge perception of outside perceptions and judgments that it's not a good path, but for me it's a great path, and it makes me feel great. And that's the idea, is to feel good and to live life to the fullest. It's got me ideas of my art. It's kept me stimulated with my art. It's got me back to who I really am, my true being. So much of my life in the past, I've always done something for someone else, at someone else's bid and call, basically. So I'm done with that portion of my life. It's time to, as they would say, the phrase, raise the roof, raise myself to a higher state of being, and to enjoy life and to manifest into my life what I want to manifest, as opposed to being controlled by others. That's why I always like to use that phrase, which please share all these videos, share this stuff, share this information, because I'm sure it'll work for some people. If it doesn't resonate with you, there's other types of practice. I've done other types of practice. I actually like doing all different types of practices. I started off with Qigong. I really like that stuff as well. It's more of a movement. I like that as well. I could show that if you guys are interested. You know, my email is evolveinnerself or loveinnerself, which the evolve is just love backwards, innerself@gmail.com. You guys can email me. You can email me questions. All I can give you, though, is from my personal experience. I'm not going to make things up. I'm not going to, that's all I can do is share what's happened to me. And there's Toltec practices as well, which Sergio Mangana teaches, caves of power. Those are also great sources of information and things to try. I can share those more in detail if you guys want me to. Please email me. Please, let's get this thing rolling. Let's start raising consciousness to a level of everybody's unity, everybody's working, because we're co-creating together. We don't realize that. We separate ourselves from people all the time, and regardless if it's good, bad, or whatever, and really there is no good and bad. It's just a process of a journey of each individual, and each person's at a different conscious level. Otherwise, we're all truly the same. And then if they want to say otherwise, I think they're fooling themselves. Anyway, love all ya. Please subscribe. Check out my stuff. This is how I keep doing this. Is what motivates me to keep doing this. Is my artwork. So if you can buy a t-shirt. If you like them, you can check out my artwork. It's at Love Inner Self on redbubble.com. I have t-shirts. I have all different types of stuff. I'm going to keep creating more. I'm going to keep trying to spread awareness. I'm going to keep trying to create shirts with the mantras on it, with the mudras on it, with everything on it, to keep getting people to ask questions. What is that? What is that? What is that? They see it. So that way I can explain to them that it's a practice to bring balance within yourself. This is my path. This is what I love to do, so I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep making videos. So I'm going to share some other videos of some other practices that I do when it comes to eating, when it comes to drinking. I actually feel that actually we can do this without even drinking and eating. It's about putting your body in that position where it can do that on its own. We've had so many outside energies attaching to ourselves, whether it's from drinking, whether it's from smoking, whether it's from doing dope, whether it's doing from all these different types of things. So I just want to share this information and get it out there. So wholeness and balance, everybody, and please subscribe. Please pass these videos on. Let's get this thing rolling. I'm more willing to take other people in as well to create more and more things, to build an actual real community of unity. Please, I would like to do these in other languages as well. I've been teaching myself many languages as well, but I'm not fluent enough to sit there and go through it without checking myself, or actually probably rewriting it all out, and I'll probably be reading it. So it'd be nice to have some people with other languages actually communicating with me. Hopefully they can speak English so we can get some base ground, so we can start to teach each other ways to actually spread this awareness. Let's get this thing going. Let's raise consciousness at an extreme level. Let's wholeness and balance to everybody, and love all ya, and check out my art. You can buy a sticker, purchase some things, that's fine, that's great. If there's anywhere else you want to send me some funds, I would always appreciate more. More manifesting more is always great. Get this thing going, maybe a camera to do this in it so you can get full view. I can do more of postures as well. You know, I could show you different things, but it's not all just about the posture. So I don't want to be people caught up in that, because there's a lot of that out there online. People doing some amazing things with their body. I'm not saying that it's not possible. It is possible, very well possible, and you can teach yourself these things. I know I have, but it's more of the combination thing for me. I need the breath, I need the mudras, and I need the mantras. So I have another breathing sequence that I want to share to you with some old stuff that I got from my teacher, Ravi Singh, which you can check out his stuff. He's got a lot of info on a lot of stuff. He's got his own site, raviana.com. You can check it out. Him and his partner, his woman, Anna Britt, great people, passing on awareness as much as possible. This is what it's about. This is about raising ourselves to a different level, so we're not doing the same repetitive patterns that we've been doing, which is what gets programmed in our mind from watching TV, from watching internet. We can even get caught up in Instagram. I can't even myself. So this is not about I'm better than anybody else. I'm in the same boat as everybody else, just trying to paddle that boat up the river. So or getting the river to go in one direction instead of always going up and down, up and down, up and down. Getting it all to flow upwards. Wholeness and balance. Love everyone. Thanks.